like for you just trying to get adjusted to this life that's just going so quick?
I mean, it's been quick for sure. A lot of things going on in a short amount of time, but I mean, being around with the Pistons organization so far, it's been a bunch of good people that have, tried to help make that transition smoother for me. So I've been liking it. Detroit's been good for me. And just being able to lock in on basketball now and be with the team, getting workouts, it's been a lot of fun.
Hey, wonder, did you learn anything from Summer League? I know it was only 3 or 4 games that you played, but did you learn anything about what the NBA was about and what tweaks you might want to make to your game?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely it's a small sample size, but I definitely got to get a feel for the pace, get a feel for how it's officiated, just a bunch of little things that you don't really get to experience unless you're in it. You can't really feel it whenever you're watching tape or whatever. So I think it was definitely a good experience for me. Just seeing where my game is at, and now I think that's a good step moving forward for me.
Hey, Cade. Josh was just talking to us about how quick you had to learn about not getting success immediately and just knowing it wasn't all going to come in one day. I think he was picked fourth, your pick first. It's a slight difference, but how much patience do you have with yourself that it's not going to come as easy, or maybe it will come as easy? Maybe it's been from high school to college and everything else.
I know it's the NBA, nothing's given to you, so you have to be humble coming in and just take it for what it is, and just try to work your way up. I feel like if you can be consistent every day and just work hard, then the good things will come. So I'm not really gonna press, trying to force the issue too early. I want to make sure that everything's smooth with the squad and be patient, like you said. I know things gonna come. Josh, comes in for early morning workouts. He was doing that when I first got to Detroit and nobody was out there. So I know he's in the city, but just to see him working so much, he was telling me about, making sure that I stay patient with it and things gonna come when they come. So, I'm excited just to see how things start. I'm excited to be in the NBA now and see where things go.
Okay. Everything moved at kind of a whirlwind after the draft and summer league, as you said, but now that you've been in Detroit kind of physically, do you get the excitement and exuberance that's building and where you fit into all of that and the optimism that people have?
Yeah. I mean, I feel the love pretty much everywhere I've went while I'm in the city. People tell me good luck, people, are just checking. So, I think that kind of hearing it from the city as much as I feel it within myself, it's a good feeling. I think, it's going to start the excitement for the season and how things go for us. So, we're a young team. We're trying to grow together, but having the city behind us and us being just excited for our future as they are, I mean, we're only going to see where we go from here.
What's up, Mike? Eric,
what's going on?
Have you studied two-part questions? So your first question is, you look at the history of number 1 picks, it's always going to be tied to your name, no matter what.
Right.
Number 1 pick here and there. When you think about, the successes and some failures, how did that make you feel just being a number 1 pick? Is there a certain level of pressure or responsibility that comes along with it? How do you embrace that of being a number 1 pick?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have looked into it because it's fun to see the history of it. It's fun to, see where those people have went. But at the same time, I try to just stay me. I try to, lock in on the fact that, I'm trying to live this every day. And so, I'm really just writing my own story. I'm not, any of those guys. So it's fun. I think it's exciting to see where I can take it. I just see it as an opportunity, really, to show everybody that, I am the number 1 pick. And, I was taken there for a reason.
I got a quick follow-up for you, too. I talked to the OG Grant Hill today. It's been a lot of stars here, but that was probably like the last superstar. And he started telling me about, as far as just our relationship, man, that high school. Just talk about the influence of G him or having a guy around him like him. Did you kind of lean on to actually play here as well? Sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to see somebody that was, one of those guys be around and to, pick his brain and really just to talk to him. I mean, he's a cool dude. He's not, forcing the issue. You know, he's a real humble guy. He's about his business, and you know, being around him, picking his brain, and just having him check in was real cool for me. And he was around a bunch. I mean, he was in Orlando. I was out in Montverde, so I was seeing him a lot. You know, while I was in high school. So it's crazy. I'm in Detroit now, and you know, it's life comes full circle. But yeah, definitely, I was super excited to talk to him then, and now I'm more excited that I'll be able to speak with him a lot more in the future.
You said you're not gonna press the issue or force the issue. Your year in college, did you show that expectations were heavy, but you didn't necessarily press the issue, didn't seem like a force the issue? Do you think you have that experience handling those expectations now?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know, any situation that I've been in where there's been a lot of pressure on me, or whatever, I feel like, you know, I've stayed true to who I am, and I found ways, you know, to still come out on top. So I know that, you know, this is a different pressure than I've ever faced before, I guess, but like I said, I don't really look at it as pressure. It's more of an opportunity to, you know, show people something than to think about all the bad things that could happen. You know, it's fun to be with the squad every day now and to, you know, be up against NBA guys every day, which, you know, is to be in the NBA practice now every day has been a lot of fun for me. So, you know, it's just a new life experience for me, and I'm excited for it.
One of the things that your coach said to us was that he feels like, why not us? You know, he said people before the season picked the San Francisco Giants to be, you know, a bad team or have a bad record, and they're in first place, and he says, why not us? That he performs better with a chip on his shoulder. Do you kind of embrace that same mentality? Is there something of that maybe he's talked to you guys about? Do you sense that? Do you live that a little bit?
Definitely. I mean, you know, that like you said, Tigers were low in projections, I guess, but you know, now they're one of the top teams. Obviously, we're a really young team, and so the NBA is full of, you know, great talent, great teams. So there's not a lot of high expectations of us right now, but you know, I feel like we're all gonna come in to be consistent, to play hard, to, you know, play to win, make the right play. And I feel like if you do that every day, then, you know, at the end of the day, it's just basketball, and whoever does that more is gonna win the game. So if we can stack up those days and you know, surprise people, then that's what it's gonna be. So that's what we're shooting for every day in practice. And I think we've had a good month leading up to training camp to start that. Really just a good off season with everybody. So I'm really excited to see where we go with it.
Cade, I'm Larry Leach from the AP. If you weren't an athlete, what do you think you would do for a living? And what else are you into outside of basketball when you're not training or thinking about basketball? What do you do with your time?
I mean, I spend a lot of time thinking about basketball, obviously. But you know, I'm interested in a lot of things, a lot of arts and stuff like that, music. You know, I watch a lot of movies, things like that. So I took a bunch of theater classes in high school, surprisingly. But I mean, just the little thing I do, you know, the little things to stay off my feet, be comfortable. And yeah, what would I be doing if I didn't play basketball? I'll be in business trying to make money. That's what it'll be.
So Brad Galley just asked Josh Jackson if he's ready to play in front of a packed house at Little Caesars Arena. And on Woodward Sports, we had Coach Casey on, and he said the day after we landed that #1 lottery, the Pistons sold over $700,000 in tickets. How does that feel to you? First off, thank you. Secondly, how does it feel to know that you single-handedly did that?
I mean, thank y'all for wanting to come see me. I mean, it's crazy. Like I said, I mean, I grew up just loving basketball and wanted to, you know, be as good as I can at it. And so to be here now is crazy. So I'm excited to be playing for a city that's excited for me, really.
My question is, I'm seeing all these t-shirts walk by that say restore, and I'm wondering, is this a rallying cry early on here at the start camp, and what does restore mean to you for this team?
You know, Troy Weaver, Coach Casey, both of them been saying, you know, it's a restoration process more than anything because the city of Detroit, the Pistons have been, you know, the best team in the world before. So we just trying to bring back that culture that, you know, has already lived in the city. And, you know, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to restore every day. We have a young core to start it out. Bunch of young talent that I feel like once we come together, then we have a real shot at reaching that. So that's why you see all those shirts and we try to mean it every day.
On that same note, you mentioned Grant Hill earlier. Obviously, Pistons are an organization that have, you know, won championships and have had stars in the past. How much have you been able to talk to some of the former stars? Obviously, Ben Wallace has been around a lot. Just got linked to the Hall of Fame. How much have you been able to have this conversation with some of the former players and kind of tap into their perspective and have you been able to feed off of that?
Yeah, so I was blessed to get invited to go to Ben's Hall of Fame ceremony, which, you know, to be, you know, in those rooms with all those legends, you know, to be in the ceremony with, you know, basketball heaven. I mean, basketball, like the best players to ever do it. Like, it's crazy to be in there. So I was just super glad to be in that room. I tried to soak up as much knowledge as I could. And yeah, I mean, I've been able to talk to, you know, Rasheed Wallace a bunch. You know, he does a lot of things with camps for, you know, AAU got really just in grassroots. So I'd already kind of built a relationship with him that has only been growing. And I've seen other guys around, but to be in that room around everybody and to see, you know, the camaraderie with everybody in there was special.
And does that make it feel more real when you hear firsthand from them, you know, their experiences, how they live it, like that's helped you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have to soak up all the knowledge that you can from guys that have been, you know, where you've been, have already walked that path, because they've seen everything that I'm seeing. And so, you know, regardless, you have to take their perspective with it with respect and, you know, try to apply it as much as you can to what you're doing. So, you know, those, like I said, those are the best of the best to play the game. So to be in there listening to them was cool for me and Isaiah and Sadiq for sure.
As you kind of look ahead, have you allowed yourself to think about your debut yet? And if so, what does that look like in your mind?
I mean, yeah, I've definitely thought about the game, just really more just about, you know, my first time being in the NBA game more than anything. I haven't set any expectations on myself on what I'm gonna do or anything. I've really just been, you know, trying to work each day so far that I've been out here with the team. So I'm excited for it. I think, you know, my family is super excited for it. They're ready to be there. And I'm ready to, you know, just be in Detroit, put an NBA jersey on for the first time and try to help us win.
All right, thanks, Cade.
Appreciate y'all.